It's time to set sail, adventures with Bepi.
This week's episode of Adventures with Bepi, Episode 1. Good evening, everybody. I am currently anchored off of the Island White in Long Beach Harbor, and it is just the most amazing night. Some really great boats on the water. We have this beautiful riverboat thing going on. That's pretty sweet. Various different boats. We have this giant mini cruise ship that's like cruising up here now. Kind of cool. So yeah, anchored here today, and I hear someone driving along here. Anchored for the night behind Island White, and tomorrow I'm hoping to head to Huntington Beach to watch the Huntington Beach Air Show while anchored offshore. We'll see how that goes. So while I'm about to cook some dinner, why don't you guys catch up with my last two adventures? Yosemite National Park and Catalina Island. Alright, Betsy performed like a champ from Long Beach, California, all the way to the Bristlecone Pine forests. Got my daughter here safely. Fantastico. Rain in the distance. Burlap sacks as stuffing. All right, about a half hour ago, I said it was going to rain. Lo and behold, it's raining. Sam, what did you think of your visit to the Bristlecone Pines?
It's a prehistoric feeling and peaceful. I'm very, very content.
That sums it up for me too. All right, on we go. Where to next, Sam?
The Devil's Post Pile.
Excellent. About 90 minutes away. Let's say a prayer for Betsy. Devil's Post Pile, next right. Woo! Right now we are about to descend on and or ascent to the Devil's Post Pile. Let's go.
Hey Bepi, how long's the hike?
Well, I don't know.
Only 4/10 of a mile.
Not so bad. There's Sam, Yosemite Sam, although we can't call you that yet. And we have a bottle of water. Right, and so you lift that thing up and then you push the buttons and you make a phone call. Exactly. All right, so like a bus just arrived, so we're like hustling down the trail so we don't get mobbed by a bunch of people, because right now it's empty and it's beautiful. Is this a little bumpy? Molto bene. That was the sound of thunder if it didn't come through on the phone. Luckily there's lots of structure above us which will catch the lightning for us, which is always good. Thank you, trees. Yeah, there's no guarantee of that, but I'll thank trees anyway. This is kind of beautiful. All right, we made it to the top of the Devil's Post Pile. This is columnar joining. It's one of 3 great examples on the planet. One being here, the Devil's Post Pile. 2, the Giant's Causeway in Ireland, featured on a Led Zeppelin album cover. The 3rd example is located on the Palos Verdes Peninsula in Southern California. So this is the very top of the post pile. It looks like somebody laid an intricate floor 1,000 years ago. And there's a trail that goes up into the hills, but that's not our destiny today. We need to turn around and find a campsite in a little while. The tops of the rocks are worn smooth. And as you get to the edge, it's good not to trip or make any mistakes, because it's a long way down. This is, God, these rocks are bathtub smooth. Oh. And that's what we're looking out for. And this is also what we're looking out for. It's so beautiful and peaceful here.
Hey Dad, what do you think?
Oh, I'm liking it. And you know what I'm liking? The lichen.
Ha 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 ha.
Over here? Do I have to clean up the mess? Like my car? If you fall, it looks to me like rocks are going to come out of your butt. According to that sign.
Columnar joining the Devil's Post pile.
No climbing on the rocks. No climb on the rocks.
What do you like about this tree?
The color. I don't know, it's like a light honey color. It's so nice.
It really is. All right, so we stopped in Lee Vining at a barbecue joint to have a beer. I looked around for someone who might have info, and I saw this couple with hiking boots on and said, hey, where would you camp if you had 90 minutes until sunset? And they said, well, off of Test Station Road, right where we're camping tonight. In fact, it might be the car in front of us. So off to our left is Mono Lake, and we will be camping by Mono Lake tonight, and tomorrow morning heading into Yosemite.
Woo!
Right, Sam?
Yep, that's us.
3/4 miles, but can we camp? This is the North Shore?
Oh, I don't know if that's Test Ground. Oh yeah, Test Station was back there, sorry.
All right, thanks to our neighbors at the restaurant, we found our campsite on the North Shore of Mono Lake just before sunset. It's so quiet and beautiful. What else could you want? Alright, so as I'm driving along this bumpy road, this big black fly decides to land on my hood. But he like hovered and made a perfect landing on the hood that was jumping around, and now he's quite content to go for a ride. Alright, here's my coffee, and it's doing strange things, like it shouldn't do that, right? Like, alright, thanks for listening. Alright, so we left the town of Mammoth and headed down to 395. Now we're headed toward Yosemite Valley. And yeah, that's what we're doing. We're going to drive through the valley, end up probably near El Portal, potentially to meet up with an old friend, Ricardo Di Montagna. So we'll keep you posted. peaceful. Water cold.
That's good.
All right, looks like there's my pool over there.
How does it feel?
Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
Good morning.
So we are packing up. Got the tent all put away. Having a little breakfast and some coffee, and then we're on the road back to, quote, civilization. We have no sugar for our coffee, but a little chopped up banana. You would be surprised. And then we have plain unflavored oatmeal that we got, and so of course we had to add bananas and chocolate to it. And actually, it's pretty darn good. Thank you to Chez Sam, cook extraordinaire, Chez Sam. And sadly, so sadly, we leave the beautiful forests of Yosemite. But I've got to say it was a good trip. What do you think, Sam?
Oh yeah. 10 out of 10.
The only problem was it was too short.
Yep.
And of course we have the Fish Camp General Store. You can buy logs. There's some bloody wood. Breathtaking, stunning, exhilarating. Give me some adjectives, Sam.
Superb. Splendid.
Ah, yes,
Stupefying.
yes. Stick with the S's. Surprising.
Yes. I found a spot. So close.
Oh, yes. All right, we're approaching burn area. A lot of hills were burned out here. And the Forest Service is slowly removing them. All right, we're approaching the Grapevine, and we decided to pull over, get some gas, and give Betsy a little breather. She was getting a bit hot, and we just don't want to climb the Grapevine with her at full tilt, heat-wise, because the fuel rail here heats up. And if it gets to 136 degrees, the gasoline, or the fuel, turns into a vapor, a gas. And so instead of a nice jet of fuel being sprayed into the cylinders, this very weak gas is going in, and the car won't run. So we're being proactive, letting her cool off before we try the Grapevine. Off we go. But it really has been a pretty little break. But we're a little over an hour from home, and home is calling.
It's time to set sail, adventures with Bepi.